Hi guys, welcome to another edition of F1 Podcast. It's Saturday afternoon in Sydney, Australia. Birds are chirping, the sun's shining, and I'm here with my great mate Pep. And the best thing about this weekend is it's Grand Prix weekend.
Grand Prix weekend, yes.
And where do we find ourselves heading off to this weekend, young man?
Mate, of course it's Barcelona, Circuit de Catalunya, and it's been a 3-week gap, mate, and for those hardcore F1 fans out there like you guys, like us, mate, 3-week gaps always suck.
Outrageous.
Yeah, they're terrible. But we're lucky that we've got a back-to-back, mate. So we've got Barcelona on this weekend, and then we've got Monaco the weekend after. So that's fantastic.
Cannot wait for Monaco. But we find ourselves back in Europe for the first race of the European season, I guess, mate. And for a lot of purists, the season starts now.
Yeah, well, all the development really kicks up a gear, doesn't it? I mean, it's not to say that they're not developing the cars during the flyaway races, but certainly when they hit Europe, the development ramps up, mate. And we saw that this weekend in practice with Mercedes bringing out their radical new airbox, basically without the hole above the driver's head. It's now on the side, and you've got that sort of sharp needle top, mate. And,
what did you think of it?
Yeah, I agree with Nico Rosberg. I thought it looked pretty futuristic, mate. I thought it looked great, yeah. I always love it when they put new things on F1 cars like that, so yeah, I loved it.
No, it's great. I think it looks good, but more importantly, looks aside, Michael Schumacher loves it. He's happy with the new car, and he loves a really pointy end. He likes good turn in on his cars, and
he likes a long car.
He does like a long car.
Yeah, longer wheelbase, pointy end.
He does, and I was encouraged to hear him say that the car does what I like it to do. It turns in when I want it to turn in, and all that sort of thing. So it bodes well for all you Schumi fans out there, and for all you ex-Brawn new Mercedes fans. It's looking pretty good. If the Red Baron can turn around and say, the first time this year, yep, I like this car. It's doing what it should be doing. I'm comfortable with it. It could be a shot over the bow, Pet.
Max, I was perusing the practice times for first practice and second practice, and licking my finger, Max, and just turning the page.
Doing those ones?
Perusing it, Max, and it was so good to see Michael ahead of Nico for once this year in practice. He got P3 in both practice sessions, so it was really good to see him. Is he back? Has he got some pace in that car? Let's find out. But,
time will tell. It's a circuit he loves, the Circuit de Catalunya. He's won there 6 times in the past, so clearly likes it. Let's face it, they always test at this circuit anyway, and they also did some pre-season testing there.
Yeah, I can tell you, Max was doing some reminiscing a few minutes ago. He was going through all the past winners at Catalunya and going, 1997, who won then?
Oh, that's right. Jacques Villeneuve, the plucky young French-Canadian. He won there. And believe it or not, Olivier Panis in the Prost came second that year, but who'd have thunk it? But yeah, it's a circuit that Schumi likes.
Yeah.
I dare say he loves it. I don't think he's in love with the circuit, but he loves the circuit, loves driving there.
Well, it's a circuit that they all drive a lot. Of course, there's heaps of testing there, so they all know the circuit pretty well. They have great data on the circuit as well, mate. They have lots of information about the circuit.
Prick of a circuit to pass on, though. That's the only thing I don't like about Catalunya, to be honest with you.
There's not usually a heap of overtaking, is there? And especially since they butchered the last sector with those extra turns a couple of years ago. It made it even worse, I think. But
I agree.
Yeah, it's a great circuit to drive. I enjoy it. It's got a nice flow to it, Max. But you're right. There's not a whole lot of overtaking there.
So quality becomes, as usual at Catalunya, even more important, I guess. This year with the new iterations of these cars. I guess that Saturday is really going to dictate how this race plays out, and it just happens to be one of those circuits where there's no passing.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're right, Max. The grid is really going to determine who does well during the race. You never know what could happen.
Barring any mechanical failures.
Yeah, exactly. Things could happen, but that's what normally happens. So we're going to do our tips now. We haven't seen qualifying yet, so we're going balls out on our tips, Max. And I'm calling a Red Bull 1-2. So Vettel from Webber. With Lewis Hamilton in P3. So I just think that the Red Bulls are going to do extremely well at this circuit. and McLaren's kind of the next one for me in terms of pace. And I'd like to see Lewis get up on the podium and close the gap between him and Jensen. So that's my call, mate.
Okay, yeah, interesting call. Look, Red Bull haven't put a foot wrong all weekend, and when you think about it, mate, with the first 4 races of the year, there's always been a Red Bull up the top.
Yeah, on the front
as far
row.
as qualifying is concerned. So I've no reason to doubt that that won't be the case again this weekend. I think that Mercedes, I'd like to see McLaren as well really step up to the plate now, and I think they're just about to. I think they're there or thereabouts. We could get a bit of a surprise this weekend. Ferrari are getting there with their new F duct as well, which is fantastic. I've picked Vettel to come out on top as far as qualifying is concerned, and I believe he will win the race, barring any mechanical failures. I've picked Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari as coming second. I think you've got a lot of hometown support, Pep, and let's face it, mate, you always rise a few inches when you're in front of your home crowd.
It'd be great to see Fernando do well there.
Yeah, you and I both know it when we played Tiddlywinks for Australia, mate. We tended to do pretty good. So Alonso's second, and I'm picking Mr. Consistency, Mr. Jack in the Box, who I never expected to be anywhere near this position this year. I'm picking Nico Rosberg to come third.
Going for the Brittany vote.
I'm going for the Brittany vote, absolutely. So I'd like to see Nico Rosberg rewarded for all of his great work this year. Bearing in mind, there's probably 2 or 3 other people that I think you would agree that we could pick on this podium.
Oh, absolutely,
without a shadow of a doubt.
It was hard to choose, mate.
Felipe Massa, Mark Webber, the list goes on. So it goes to show that after the opening 4 rounds, what an exciting season we have ahead of us, and it bodes well for a crackerjack 2010 season, no doubt about it.
Couldn't agree more, Max. Well, we'll have this video up Saturday evening, Sydney time, as the helicopters go over, Max. And we will...
It's the cops. He's over here. He's down here.
We'll have these tips up before the qualifying, or around the time qualifying starts. And
bearing in mind, we've only seen free practice 2. Okay, we haven't seen 3, and we haven't seen quali. We don't get that till 10 o'clock tonight, Sydney time. And as I said, it is Saturday, but we won't get that till later this evening. So these are our bold predictions, mate.
They are our bold predictions.
Could you see, would it be plausible, Pep, at 11 p.m. Sydney time tonight that Bruno Senna is on pole for the start of your race?
Go now, put your bet on right now.
Yeah, I've got to stop smoking crack, obviously, because that ain't going to happen. But so I hope you all enjoy the race, and let's go Mark Webber, hopefully, and let's hope that the Mercedes are up there as well.
All right, guys, we'll see you soon for the next video.
Gotcha.
Bye.